And we're live now. And we're live. Thank you guys once again for watching my video. I am Crisis169, aka Mark. If you're watching this on Facebook, on my channel, on my wall, my channel. Appreciate it, guys. Once again, I'm coming not live on Facebook, but we post on Facebook on my wall eventually. Now, after I'm done with this, I'll add it on there. There's a link to it down below for my Facebook page. Mark off lane anyway, so send me an invite on Facebook. Message chat at me on Facebook. Ask you want to talk about stuff, gameplay, game reviews, stuff like that. Now, let's get on to it now. Let's get on with the video. The video at hand is titled "What GPU is for you?" and what to look out for. The many GPUs, you can get a good GPU out there, a good GPU. You might be saying, okay, Crisis, what the hell is a GPU? GPU is your graphics card. It's another word of a graphics card. I have a 2060 in my rig right now. My father has 1650 Super in his. My sister has 2070. And my brother-in-law has 3070. 3070, 2070, 2060, 1650 Super. Those are different names. And ooh and ah, yes, they cost a lot of money. Now I'm going to go over some prices here. Now I don't have a way to show you guys on camera. I'm trying to get around that somehow. Show you guys, but I can't do that. No, I'm trying to expand my horizons a little bit here. There's different ones here. There's G4 3070, $709, Colin Tone Plus. There's a 3070 Ti. It's different ones here, right? The ones people go on to usually Amazon, stuff like that. They go on there and really, you go on there and find out what kind you like, which one you want, what you're looking for. Amazon has a lot of stuff here. There's 1660 non-super 60 gigabyte DDR5 92-bit gaming graphics card for $349, $341. I mean, Super 486, 66 Super. Super again, 363. Different prices here. 3060, 500. These prices come down a lot. They come down a lot because they used to be a lot more than this. Here's a Radeon 570 DirectX 12 RX 570 4 gigabyte card. PCIe Express 3.0. Times 16 HD CPU ready video card. This is what I'm trying to say to people. You want to make sure, like my card has 6 gigabytes VRAM. They're saying 6 is the new norm. They're saying 8 is the new norm. My father's card, I think it's a 2 or 3 gigabyte card. His card is outdated by a lot, but only plays racing games. He can't play Formula One on his card. It won't run, I guarantee. If it does run, it's going to run very crappy or load down very low settings to run it. My card can run it, but it's still going to struggle. The card has a lot more. Like, I can play Battlefield 2042 on my card. Of course, Battlefield actually worked. If Battlefield 6 actually worked real well, 2042, it wouldn't be a problem. But that's a topic in our discussion in our time. I'm looking at these cards right here. 27 Ti, 3070 Ti is not even overclock, not even listed. Probably $1,000. 3080, $1,500 down from $1,699. The scalpers only 2 left in stock. Order soon. Yeah, they're trying to get people to buy these damn things. There's used ones, $1,400. Once again, be careful. Used ones. If you buy something used from a friend, like my sister has 2070, okay, and if I got a 2070 off her, I would know it'd be very taken care of because she's not farming on it. She's not mining on it. She's not running into the ground. She plays games like yes, but she's not cranking it up to overclock the hell out of it in the CPU and running that damn thing into the ground. She's actually using it, and she knows what she's doing with it. So that's why I have no problem with buying it off her or getting it off her or whatever. instead of going to Amazon and spending $1,400 on 30 used new offers on 3080 Ti, 12 gigabyte. Yes, it's a great 12 gigabyte bus. Just DDR6 is better than DDR. Even the Super here overclocked. Super. MSI Gaming GeForce 1660 Super over X overclock graphics card, 60 gigabytes of VRAM. Same one I have in my card, in my computer. It's 2060 though. Mine's 2060. VR ready. Blah blah blah. $529. What's $579? So price is going. It's 1050 Ti. It's going down a lot. A lot of things are going down. 1050 Ti is a decent one. I think 1050 Ti. If you want something that's going to be a mid-range one, 1050 Ti still has some life in it. 1070 Ti is about equivalent to a 2060. So 1050 Ti kind of low end, but it has 4 gigabyte VRAM. It's kind of in that realm where it's becoming passe, outdated, if you want to call it. I have a Zotac 3060. I have a Zotac 2060 myself. Just to see how much those are running for. How much those are running for. How much those are running. 2060 overclock gigabyte 60 byte is $419. Mine is a, you can't figure it, if I find it here. Here it is. No, it's 20. It's 20. Damn it, where is it at? 16. No, not MSI. It's Zotac. Gotta find it somewhere. It's just here somewhere. When I find it, I'll let you know. Shit. Anyway, though, Zotac, not $390 because $2,000. No way might cost $390. You know. I think it's one of the things I look at though. Well, I don't have it on here. Here it is. $580. Zotac GeForce GeForce RTX 2060 6 gigabyte VRAM, 6 gigabytes of GDR6 129 best detail. This is what I have. And in my rig right now, I have the exact same card, looks exactly the same. Really, it ain't that bad at all. It's a good, decent card. It has everything you want out of it that you ever get. Really get out of it. Actually, though, it's not that bad. You only have a couple ones, but it could be something maybe. Yeah, you use defective card. Yeah, you'll have a couple things like that. You'll have things like that come up like that. And 2060s are not bad. They're good for what they are. There's 2060 Super. That's $749. It's like, only I wish I had one of those. When I was looking for one, it was like over $1,000 a year ago. So now you see how fast it's going downhill for these scalpers now. Now, if I can get a Super, I would have been great. Now, if I could still get my hands on one, if I can get my car taken care of, I probably wouldn't be at mud bad. I can let it last a little bit longer. But my heart was set on a 3060 Ti, but you know how well that worked out. Yeah, and MSI NVIDIA GeForce 2060 is around $286. Anything 2060 is kind of a weird thing because it's easy to overclock in 2060. MSI Afterburner, play around with it, see what you can get out of it. That's not bad. What is bad is though trying to do games with it best you can with it. And some games that you can't run with crap, and I understand that. Certain games you can't run after running. Okay, if I try to run Shadow Tomb Raider on higher settings, the game just looks at me and laughs. But it runs good. It will run. It's just I gotta turn it down to get hot in the room. The graphic card to crank out some heat then. So I gotta turn it down to medium, and it still runs decently on medium settings. 2070 would have been better, but my VRAM, is different. My 5600 XT 5600 XT. I mean, XT, but X 5600X XT. Um, is top of line CPU right now for gaming. It's high mid range. It's mid range, $1,500. My graphics card cost me $786 back then. It was a little more expensive. It was scout price $750 or so plus tax about $800. I love my gaming rig. I have no problem. No problem spending money on it. But what bothers me is the price is going down now. And if I wait a little longer, maybe I would have got one. Then again, I probably would have said, no, I'll cancel. Don't worry about it. I'll buy a pre-built. And those things are going to be weird. But a lot of people are doing too, buying pre-builts and ripping out the graphics cards and just returning them or selling the cases as is somebody else. A lot of people were doing that back then too. They're buying pre-builts. System's still good. They want 3060 Ti, 3070. They go spend money. They rip out their one, put their old one in there, and they sell it to somebody else, make money off of it. Anything wrong with that. Rip it out and don't know. Even my brother-in-law thought about doing that. Hell, I thought about doing it myself too. Go to a store, buy a $1,500 3060 computer that has same amount of specs, except maybe a little lower specs than I have. Take out 3060, put my 2060 and my dad's 1560 Super in there. What do you want to call it? Because my dad wants my 2060, and put a 1650 in there. It'd probably be overkill for that system. It'd be underkill for that system. But you know what? They'll sell. $1,200, $1,100. The money out. Of course, have a brother-in-law test it, make sure it works real well with the 1650 Super in there. If I really wanted to go that route and take out 3060, put it in my rig, 2060 in my father's rig, and take out his 1650 Super and put it into that rig I just bought. It sounds confusing, but to have you want a gaming rig, and I'll get you for $1,000. I'll lose some money, but I got a better graphics card in there. And then that's kind of silly. People will do that kind of stuff. Like, well, you just buy the OEM and put your stuff in the back burner, use the system. I don't understand. See, even my brother-in-law was like, it'd be cheaper to go ahead and go buy a pre-built system, and he was right. Because Samclip had a couple ones, 3060s for a while, $1,500. I could have bought, a Samclip card, credit card, put it on there, paid it off, had a system, no big deal. Of course, I don't want a credit card. I had issues with that before, and you know how it is. Then people were going to buying $2,000 gaming systems. Well, it's PS5. It's better. Yeah, it's better for the next 6 months, and after this, when you get a 3060, now the 4000 series is launching. So that system you got now, it didn't have a fighting chance against one. You might have a 2070 Super, 2080 Super in that thing. That thing had 2070 Super or whatever they have in there, but it ain't gonna be much longer until they go on on light support themselves, because now the 4000 cards are coming out. People now start buying 30 series cards because they know, hey, 4000 come out, I can now hopefully buy scalpers to go bug that for a while. Leave this alone. I can get a 3060 or TI 3060 myself, 3060, but hell, the Radeon 6700 XT does better than the 3060. The 6700 XT is more equivalent to a 3060 Ti. 3060 kind of a stopgap, like 2060. It's entry-level stopgap between the other cards that are better. Now, it still has like 8, 12 gigabytes of VRAM, the 3060 does. So VRAM is up there. So they had to sacrifice something, get more VRAM, but your cores are not as well. If you go to 3060 Ti, 3070, 6700 XT, but you have a lot better DLSS on 3060 than you do on 2060 to an extent. Now it gets better on 2070 Supers and 80s and Ti's, but it gets really better when it gets 3060 and above, obviously. That's why they released it for all the 20 series cards as well as 3060, 30 series cards. I get irritated. I got my stuff ramming together. I'm trying to get it all out and ramming them together. So I stutter sometimes. That's all right. But that being said, though, in the end of the day, if you're building your first PC, like I have my PC built. You set your eyes on that glorified 3060 Ti. You probably get it now, but if you're building it, a year ago, Mark, kind of person, I would probably get a 2060, 2060 Super, or 2070 to start out with. My brother-in-law got me a 2060 because he knows I want to do ray tracing, but I want to hit 60 frame gaming, and I can a lot of games. Cyberpunk does 30 frames. Hell, people at 3090s are having trouble getting above 60 in some levels. They're getting 70, 75, 80, a 1080p high, maybe ultra, 3090s, but those are more 2K cards. Why are you going to buy a 30? And I know people like this, Gaming Nexus, and people like this talk about this. Why are you going to buy a 3090 if you're going to play 1080p monitor? Mine is 75 hertz. I had a 2K monitor, 59.95 hertz. My sister bought me this monitor. I just put it on the Christmas list because it's something else I wanted to get. 2060 12 gig I wasn't going to get. Because I knew what was going to happen by Christmas time. And the RAM sticks I got was awesome. So I got that. Told my sister, if I got the RAM sticks, I wouldn't have minded buying anything else. But I got the monitor, it was awesome too as well. So I had no problem with that, right? So I have no problem with the gifts. The monitor doesn't bother me. It's a curved monitor, 27 inch. It looks bigger than my old one. But it's 1080p. My brother-in-law told me he ain't gonna know the difference. I don't know the difference at all. I mean, to me, it looks the exact same game. I put a high preset on GTA 5. I don't even know. I don't even know it's 1080p at 75 hertz. I go about 70 hertz. Now on playing games like Battlefield 2042, it goes 94, 95 hertz. My console runs decent. My system, the console, runs decently on that game. It'll be optimized when the game's pretty much dead and dead in the grave. Oh, we fixed it. The game's already been dead and buried, dude. EA, the game is dead. I got dirt on it, a little gravestone on it. It's gone. Should have got this up a year ago. Or not a year ago, but back in November. But that being said, though, if you're going to start in PC gaming, what graphics card should you buy? Let's say you have a budget that's not unlimited, but you can throw around some money. Okay, fine. So you got $2,000. $2,000, $1,500, $2,000 will buy you a nice gaming rig, decent one. You can buy pre-built, or you have do-it-yourselfer. Pre-built, you have warranties, but if you're dealing with Amazon and Newegg, these companies, you might be better off doing a seance to get your information from, because it's gonna be hard to do. Okay, you ain't gonna get no information from Newegg unless you hire a lawyer or go through Gaming Nexus, and they had to go through them and battle. And that's sad though, if you go through a lawyer or Gaming Nexus to get information if your rig not working. And if you have a PC person in your family or a friend who's a PC nut junkie who knows PC games, have him come over and look at it. If it voids the warranty, but he finds problems with it, you know what? Do you want PC to burn the house down? I don't think so. You can always say, well, it's cleaned out and I found this issue. I don't even have to be lying or not, but, my brother-in-law, if I bought a pre-built system, I would have him come over, my sister, his wife, and open it up and look at it. I would have. He showed me the side panel, what it looked like before I took it home, before she brought it over. I wanted to see the side panel. I told her, I trust you, but I want to verify. Because I gave you $1,700 for a system. I don't just take money and throw it at people. There you go, and do what you want with it. No, I want to make sure. I trust them, me and my sister, but it's trust but verify. You're spending some coin, trust but verify. It's not dissing him or no. It's called respecting his work. He did good work. Came out Rookie came in. Rookie like, oh, good gracious, it's good. I saw some pre-builds from Game Nexus, like wires hanging out. Like, good God, what do you do? Just throw it in there and like roll tight. You got it in there and screw it on there, and it's like bulging out like this, like on Simpsons or and Bart does April Fool's joke on Homer. And he goes there and gets a beer can and he puts it in a shaker and it's like, and beer and explodes. April Fool's and his roof. And Chief Wiggum was like running like beer coming down and bringing pretzels. and he running towards the house with beer coming out of the chimney. And is that something that no? It's like had to do like that. It was like what was the PC bulging like almost like open it up and explodes out the wire. I mean, literally, some of those game Nexus were weird. Pre-builds that they went through. I'm like, good God, how can you do that? So I think it's just based upon what your money you want to spend. You trust somebody to build you. No, Best Buy will build you one. And one guy had one built, and he could have the die was the piece the CPU was covered in a lot of adhesive, a lot of thermal, and we dropped it and had to get a new one because it damaged the pins. But you know, Best Buy Geek Squad can build you a gaming rig. To get parts, they got to be a fee, pay it that way too. So it'd be a fee involved, right? So I say, if you want a gaming rig, and you got to burn law like I do, who does this on the side, I would go the route of the do-it-yourselfer. Or I start somebody build it for you. Only because the work that I see my brother-in-law did is phenomenal. Now I can imagine if he's working in some shop somewhere at iBet Power or whatever, and they're doing 500 a day or 20 a day or 200 a day. He doesn't know this one from Adam. Doesn't care. He's just putting them together, sending them my way, and that's a different story. But if you you go up to Electronic Express, Opera Mills, go here, Clarksville, you'll find a gaming rig. Went to Best Buy one time and saw the fan for the CPU going out. I told the guys, be careful, that CPU going out, fan going out, overheat. They went there. The Geek Squad guy took it off, put it back there, put it back on, and put a new one out and turned it back on. Well, a week later. Well, I don't want anybody to buy something. Even though you ain't going to buy the display of a rig. It's an OEM. It's an OEM or a Omen OEM. OEMN. For like $1,500 bucks, $1,500 of at Best Buy that has to 3060 and 2 gigabyte, 2 sticks of 8 gigabyte RAM. So it's dual channel RAM. It's probably single rank, dual, and dual rank are different things. I learned this today. Single rank, dual rank. It's the RAM that has it on both sides or one side. One side RAM is single rank, and both sides dual rank. Mine, I do believe, is dual rank because of the Corsair, and also it's 32 gigabytes of RAM at 3600 hertz. That's the mid-range. My gaming rig is mid-range gaming. It's not the pinnacle, but it's good up there. Between 0 to 10 is like a 5 or 5.5, almost 6. My rig can hold up to a 3090. But why am I going to buy a 3090 if I'm going to play it on a 1080p screen? It makes no sense. I'm going to go out there and go buy a 4K, $400, 144 hertz monitor and just tap that sun, be open, and just open up and just go full bore. Because why are you going to do that? Yes, you might get a 1080p, 144 hertz. But hell, a 1080 Ti will do that. Okay, we'll go get you high frame rate. It has 11 gigabytes of VRAM. It outperforms the 2060 in standard use. Now, once you do the DLSS, it's a different story. Because 1080s and TIs don't have DLSS. So you have to understand what you want. You go to GameStop, you can buy a 1660 Super, for $300, $400. If you don't build it there, it's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, you gonna get a GameStop by yourself? I don't give a crap if you go to Best Buy, GameStop, or the guy, the white van that sells gaming rig stuff. Who cares? As long as you're okay with buying the stuff from a GameStop or a Best Buy. A lot of people only buy Newegg and Amazon. Some nerdheads there only buy Newegg and Amazon. They don't dare touch anything other than Newegg and Amazon. Not Amazon, but Newegg. They don't dare touch those peasant stuff. They go to the top of line crap. And even though Newegg had issues and still have issues today with a lot of practices, people are still out there singing the praises of them. Now, I had no problem with Newegg. My brother-in-law, I think, got some stuff from Newegg from them. But most stuff he bought was no Frankenstein at all. He 100% got it from Best Buy. The CPU, the fan came with it, obviously. The RAM sticks I had before were 2 gigabytes, two 8 gigabyte RAM sticks at 3600, so 16 gigs. I wanted 32 because I want to upgrade something. And of course, he says overkill, and I agree it is, but why not? Christmas gift, what I wanted, I got it. Yes, when I got 3060 or 3060 Ti or 2080 Ti, yeah, it's going to open up the RAM and really make it go good. But everything I'm playing now is mostly GPU bound anyway. So really, you have to look at what you want to spend. And if you're a diehard spender who has 2-3 grand just on your mattress, yeah, go have a little bit of fun. You go on these gaming things and build your own PC. If this doesn't apply to you, then move on and go nuts. But if you are a budget guy like I was, my CPU, motherboard stuff case costs about $986. $965, whatever it was. So it was a good amount of money. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I had $500, but I spent $700. The graphics card was 7 something. So I went over about $200. And added an extra SSD. I only had 1 terabyte. Now I have two 1 terabyte SSDs. So that's an extra 300, 100 something dollars there. I got a 2 terabyte SSD, Samsung SSD, external SSD. I had a 4 terabyte Xbox hard drive, the external one, but I formatted it. I'm going to trade it in because I have no need for it anymore. And I got to figure out how to put game. I also need to get another one so I can put my Game Pass games on because I can't fill up my main. My main ROM. My main RAM. I don't want to fill that up. With too much stuff. I think I have Titanfall and I have Battlefront 2 on that one. My other one has a lot of Steam games on. But if I can get an external one, I can put Game Pass games on there. Maybe a 500 or maybe a terabyte will do me. Don't know. But I'll get there when I get there. That's me. That's why I'm kind of doing this. But going graphics card only, you can get away with 2060 and above. I think 2060 and above would be good. 12 gigabyte VRAM, and I've heard it's good, but whatever. Super would be better. If 2060 Ti was 12 gigabyte, I'll believe it more often. So yeah, I could get that one. But right now, the 2060 Super is what I would like to be at. But my 60 gigabyte VRAM one, it's fine. I'm happy with it. Like, be happy with what you have. I'm happy with what I have. But I'm always looking for something, for the next big thing, And like she was, she had 1080 and she has 2070 now. She gets her husband's 3070. Now I'll buy off her 2070 offer. Have her put it in my rig and have 2070 8 gigabyte VRAM for a while. But my 2060 runs good. It runs Doom real well. It runs Cyberpunk decently. Red Dead 2 decently. It runs a lot of games I want to play decently. There's no issues out there. Okay, there's no issues with the graphics card. It's just I do want to upgrade it a little bit more, get a little more out of it. It's still pretty cool. It's still pretty cool. I've been on for like 5 hours. Still pretty cool in there too. It's a good thing. 3 fans plus back fan. I think they're 120 mil, probably more than that. So it's rolling. It's rolling pretty good. But I clean it out every week. But yeah, though, really, my video, I would literally go with if you're a budget gamer, 1660 Super would be a good one to start out with. Now if you can get 2060 or 1070 Ti, about quick for 2060, or 1080 Ti or 1080, not bad for frame rates. But if you want some RTX, 2060 right now is the best thing I would get into. Because it still has life, and you may get it for 2, 3 years. Well, without a lot of time. But if you don't mind lowering it down to low settings, medium to high settings, a lot of games I play out there I can play in medium high settings. Not ultra right now. I can some of them, but not all of them. I can play Red Dead 2 at Ultra, but it's going to be screaming. It's going to be hot as all hell in this room, even with the lights out, because it's going to get warm. I understand that. Battlefront 2, the in-game runs at medium settings, low settings. The VRAM is just screaming at 100%. It's low to 100% of VRAM, and GPU is still running pretty good. I think 80%. And my CPU is kind of up and down because the game itself is up and down. But it runs good. The one that re-downloaded it to internal SSD, it runs even better. I think it's one of those weird things, But I'm still unconvinced that 2060 is where to go if you want to get into the gaming world. But people say 1660 Super is still good, and I go by that. Even a 1650 Super, if you had like a budget of $500 to $1,000, 1650 Super is not bad. If you buy a motherboard, you can buy some of these consoles, these rigs online, Best Buy, Walmart, and you have one that's upgradable. You can put in a 2060 in there eventually. Granted, you don't want to bottleneck at 2060. Like I can't go any higher. So have a pre-built one that's 3060. It's already in there. Might be a better road to go. But see, and again, you're paying for that too as well. So you got to really, or you get a brother-in-law or a friend who builds gaming rigs for the heck of it. You can get him to build you one, a decent one, maybe $800 and $900 one with 2060 in there with potential to upgrade. Maybe high as you can go with maybe 2080 Ti or 3060. Well, you know what? It's not bad. You find 2070 and upgrade in a few years, and you can last you 5-10 years at least. And as you upgrade slowly up, because 4,000 cards are coming out this year, and the updates, the video updates are coming out. They're not going to stop updating. I think last one they started, I think it's 750 is where they go. The lowest go I think is 950. 7 I think they stopped updating for. So now the drivers update them, they won't get drivers update. So the game won't run optimized. Because when we update the game, the drivers get updated too as well. Depending on Steam and playing on PC gaming. So if you get a 980 or 1070, just be forewarned, eventually that wave of, say this is a wave of no longer supporting with, the video wave, no longer supporting your graphics card, your card's right here, it goes past that, you might get 1 or 2 more updates and that's it. After that, it's becomes paperweight because it's no longer useful. You can play old games with it, but newer games, updates, you can't play them or play them very well. So you have to be careful. You don't want to bottleneck yourself and get something that's cheaper. I'll put this in here, last me a year or two, then you got to buy another one again anyway. So it's really hard. PC gaming is a expensive hobby. Well, guys, this is my video. Once again, like, subscribe, notifications on, ring that bell. My gamer tag Crisis169 on Xbox app. PC Steam. On Steam, it's Crisis1691. There's after the 9, there's a 1 on Steam. Non-Steam is there as well too. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Be safe. Leave a comment, like the video or not. Peace out. Peace out, everybody.